Welcome to our new moon intention session, Chakra Savvy New Moon Intentions for this lunar cycle, as we have a Gemini new moon coming up on May 26th, which is Memorial Day. And so today we're doing it here in online yoga membership so that we have a chance to practice together, set our intentions. And then on the actual new moon, you can create your ritual around the intention you set in here. So it's a little bit of a different way of going about it, but I think change can be good. So let me tell you, let's settle in actually. Let's just settle so that we're arriving and immediately become more embodied. So rub your palms together and deepen your breath. Take a few sighs to switch yourself from any kind of hurried energy into a slower presence, a more embodied sense of self, and that sound of the sigh. Your nervous system recognizes it as let's relax and arrive. So then place one hand on the upper chest, one hand on the low belly. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. And feel your breath. Allow it to slowly deepen. As we connect to our breath, we connect to our deep life force, our prana. Our prana, as our life force, has a deep intelligence of its own, as if it is you and also not you. There is a way to connect in the seat of observation. So just notice how you feel. Notice how your breath is flowing, and open to the vast intelligence of your natural spirit, your prana. What would it feel like in your body here to receive each breath as a gift and release each breath as an offering? Receive and offer. This way we connect our own personal spark, our own intelligence, to the intelligence of all, to the vast creative flow that is the world, that is goodness, that is love, that is creation. For these next few breaths, I invite you to bring your breath to the flow and dip into the flow. Our minds are great gifts, but when we come together to set our intention, it is this deeper intelligence that we will question. Our prana knows our medicine. It knows our direction. It signals us to and on our path. We have only to tune in, listen, and follow. Let's chant the sound of Om 3 times to tune in so we can listen and then follow. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way. Breathe into Om. Om. Surrender your head to your heart. Release your hands. Open your eyes. And notice how you feel. Good. So this new moon is in the sign of Gemini. And as always, I love it when there is some beautiful crossover between the moon that we are considering, the energy of that moon, that sign, and then the chakra that we are highlighting each month. So this is the fifth one of the month, which means we're in chakra 5, and the moon is Gemini. Now, I'm not nearly aversed in the signs and what all they mean. So with all honesty, I simply look them up. I look up what are the qualities of Gemini, meaning what might be the qualities that are the energies of this moon, because we have the qualities of all the zodiac signs in us, but we have a tendency to pull towards one. One is going to inform us more than the other throughout the course of your life if you are following that particular line or lineage of the zodiacs, whether that's Eastern or Western. To me, the important piece in here is to know that we have within us the great communicator. That is what the Gemini is. They're vastly communicative, they are curious, and it makes sense because we're opening the upper chakras. So there's lots of qualities to Gemini. I'm going to be pulling out the specific ones that really go with the fifth chakra. So if you consider yourself communicative, you are good at self-expression, or you're a natural conversationalist, you have some gifts of the Gemini. You also have probably a nice open, balanced fifth chakra, which is in the throat. Fifth chakra is vishuddha, which means purification. So when we tune in first thing with the sound of Om, we are bringing our voice a resonance, and that is the quality of a healthy and balanced fifth chakra is resonance, right? So if you think of a sound wave, you can have your life as a sound wave or just music as a sound wave. When we are riding that sound wave, we are in harmony. We are harmonized with the flow. If things aren't working and you're pushing and pulling and back and trying to take over, not coming into the flow, then you have dissonance where it's not quite right. Things don't fit. It's like a clang instead of a bell, right? So we're working in fifth chakra towards a life that has resonance. It's more in the flow, like we were tuning in just a moment ago. So it's like you're part of the universal communication. That's kind of how I think of it. So for Gemini, the shadow side, every sign has its shadow and its light. Every aspect of ourselves has its shadow and its light. And that's not to divide things into good and bad. It is all a spectrum, and recognizing we have all of these parts in us. And what do we want to augment and what do we want to kind of lessen? So the shadowy side, one of the sides of Gemini, is that they can become gossipy. So on the light side, clear communication, honesty, verbose, but if it's from a shadow, then they'll be using that communication against others or as falsehoods, or they might even just speak too much without thinking. So maybe times when you have felt like, where was my filter on that one? Or you know somebody who lacks a filter, then that is a little bit of a shadow of the Gemini energy. And maybe you have had in your past or know someone who tends to share too much, right? You've known them for 2 minutes and you know all their trauma. That's a bit of the shadow side of Gemini. It's also the shadow side of fifth chakra. So the true shadow of fifth chakra is lies. So the the name purification, right? That is happy, whole, healthy. The toxicity is lies. So that's what shows up to diminish the purification. So the truth purifies the toxicity of lies. So that is kind of a dual way of looking at it. But when you have a clear, open, balanced chakra 5, you have also clear communication. You are honest, you have a voice, and you use it appropriately. It is not so small that people can't hear you, and it's not so loud that you're overbearing. It has a resonance, and people can listen to it mm, without it being painful, honestly. So the shadow of chakra 5 is lies and gossip, just like for the Gemini. The excess, so every chakra is an energetic center, right? So it's where you are flowing with your energy of communication is through the throat. So if there's too much energy coming through the throat, that's when you might be excessive and talk too much. You're just talking too much, and you need to maybe listen a little bit more. Listening and ears, also instruments of the fifth chakra. So the mouth and the ears are part of the fifth chakra. If you're deficient in fifth chakra, then you might not speak up. Might be times in your life when you really needed to use your voice. There might be something right now where you realize, I should really say something. And maybe if that's what's happening for you right now, this practice can help you open up to what can or should be said. And you'll want to know that it is true, honest, said at the right time, in the right way, and that it's necessary. So all the reasons that we speak should be present if you're working with a healthy fifth chakra. So we'll move into a bit of a practice, and we are opening up to an intention this month. I'm going to offer some words that might be helpful to you. What might be your intention around honesty or clarity, vocalizing, sharing, conversing, communicating, or expressing? So I'm going to read those again in just a moment after we're settled in. Maybe one of them will kind of jump out at you like, oh, I want to tinker with that one a little bit. Good. And then at the end, I'll describe something that I'm going to offer everyone, which is one of the life labs from Chakra Savvy, a pedal meditation. So if you recognize throughout this practice that there's something that you need to say to someone, this pedal meditation is one of my favorite tools for when things need to be said. Okay, so since the Zoom room's here, are there any questions or comments that we can share? You can feel free to unmute or put them in the chat box. As I'd love to start with what might be standing out to you a little bit here.
Would you also put in the notes where that list that you're reading comes from, if it's Anatea, Judith, or something?
You mean the intention list, the honesty? Yeah, that's from me.
Oh, okay.
I'll put them in the chat box. Honesty. Well, I'm going to read them again, and I'll put them in the chat box. But really listen to what speaks to you. Yeah, good. Thank you. Good. Thank you, Catherine. Good. Any other comments or questions before we move in? Good. I see Anne approaching.
Jessica, I'll just say I'd be happy to type them in after you give them to us again, to save you from having to do that.
Here, I've got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Honesty, clarity, vocalizing, sharing, conversing, communicating, expressing. And these were just some of the things off the top of my head that we could use. So if you come up with something else fabulous, you might even add that to our list. So they're in the chat box now. Good. Okay, so we're already turned on, lit up by the list. I love that. Good. Okay, so as we go into this, recognize you all have some Gemini energy in you. And the new moon, as always, is the time in the lunar cycle that is perfect for planting intentions, for planting seeds. And then by the full moon, the idea is maybe within 2 weeks, something has sprouted and grown, and you can see some sort of, or experience some sort of blooming or harvesting, and then the rest is the releasing. Whatever didn't work, what didn't pass. Now, that's putting it in pretty tight parameters. And those who know astrology better would know that this new moon is probably connected to one 18 months from now. So what you set now will come to fruition much later. So I invite you to be real loosey-goosey on your timelines, that it takes as long as it takes. It often takes longer than we would like. And that just cultivation and patience is the key, right? If you just keep showing up with your intention, things will change. I'll promise. I promise. Okay. All right, let's sit together. Good. So if you're sitting in a chair, I invite you to put your feet on the floor. If you're sitting on your blanket or mat, push down with your fingers, rise high with your heart, make your spine tall and erect. Close your eyes or lower your gaze. And again, tune to your breath. So we went up for quite a while there into our mind. You were listening through the ears of Chakra 5, right? We were list making, which is all appropriate because we're entering the upper chakras. So it's time to invoke some thought, clarity. We'll begin with brahmarie breath. This is a pranayama that is a beautiful way to kind of open up, to get started with the fifth chakra. So anytime you are struggling with words to say, how to say them, you might consider doing brahmarie breath for a little while. Okay, so this is the buzzing bees breath. After each inhale, you'll make the humming sound. The lips are closed, the teeth are separate, so you can feel the vibration. And I would invite you to know or allow that this vibration is one of a purifying tone, that already you will be purifying lies, deceit, miscommunications, imbalances, and toxicity. Lies that were told to you can also receive the vibration and move through. Okay? We'll do about a minute of brahmarie. I encourage you to do it loud enough that you can really hear yourself. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale all the way. Breathe in to begin. Right, keep going. Give yourself 2 more rounds and then let it move into the silence. Listen to these words, and as you hear a word that kind of sparks interest, lights up your heart, I invite you to hold it in your heart, letting your prana, your intelligence, turn it over and figure out how it might be applicable for you today. What is your felt sense of honesty? Clarity? Vocalization? How do you feel about sharing? Easy conversation? Communication? Expression? Let that sit in your prana as you come into child's pose, please. And if your forehead does not comfortably rest on your mat, please slide a block or a pillow under your forehead so that you have some support. This practice, as a fifth chakra practice, aims to loosen up and release tension around the neck, tops of the shoulders. With toes together, knees apart, settle your hips and feel the support of the block at your forehead, arms relaxed. Your throat might already feel a little more energy, a little more zippy, or even a little hot. That's some extra prana. Now invite this sensation or the openness, the flow around the throat and neck to travel down your spine all the way to your tailbone every time you breathe in. So you're bringing this honesty and clarity, this self-expression all the way to your root. And then as you exhale, deeply surrender. Remember in yoga, we're always doing self-study, right action, surrender, the 3 steps. We study, we notice, take action, deep breath in, softening from neck to tail. Fill up to your root with healthy 5th chakra. Exhale, surrendering. Let go of all that doesn't serve. Twice more. We want our whole system on board with our intention. As you inhale, now come up to all fours. Make your shins parallel. We'll do Chakravakasana in 2 parts. First part is the deep inhale in one motion, a nice back bend. Chin up, tail up. Exhaling in 2 parts. First, lower your head, stretching the neck. Second half of the exhale moves you back to child's pose. Inhale, rolls you back up all the way to a back bend. Exhale, release the head first, then hips to heels. You can do a little pause there in child's pose, letting things settle. Inhale to roll up. Exhale, head, and then body. Keep going on your time. I love about asana practice is it really helps us open up our communication lines with our body. Your body is always talking to you. It's giving little signals. Maybe it's I'm hungry, or turn that down, or that doesn't sound right. Let this be a beautiful conversation. Cultivate your listening to your body. Next time you're on all fours, pause. And just do a gentle head roll and tail roll. So the Muladhara there at the base is drawing a big circle in the sky, as is your crown. There's no wrong way to do this. Just please try to enjoy yourself. If through your practice you find the urge to sigh, sounding your exhale, I highly encourage that. Let's go the other way. Change the circle. Good. Let the stillness come. And now place your block between your heels to sit between your heels, or you can also do this seated in a chair. We'll get a nice little squeeze to the legs as we come back up to the upper chakras here. So fingertips to your shoulders. Circle your elbows forward, out, and down. And once you get the smooth circle of the arms, then let your chest rise and fall. Okay, head is neutral. All of this movement brings prana to these different areas. So here at the heart, the area of the heart chakra rises and falls. So the intelligence of your prana comes in to talk to you about grief and love. Happy conversations, honesty in relationships, they pour together. Good. Now keeping the back steady, elbows forward, fingertips to shoulders. On your inhale, flex your wrist, press forward and lift your chin. So you're really reaching through the palms of your hands as you lift the chin. Exhaling, bow your head, fingertips to your shoulders. Inhale, offering, reach out. Exhaling, accepting. Touch your shoulders, bow your head. Okay, ride the breath. Three more. Good. From there, take your elbows to the sides, interlace your fingers at the back of your skull. Press your head into your hands, open your elbows wide with a little back bend. Exhaling, tuck your chin, move your elbows forward. Head into hands, open like butterfly wings. Here you can think about the honesty of what you see, the clarity to describe the way you see things, because we're here now in Ajna, up in the sixth chakra, the third eye. Your hands are clasping the back, your eyes also to the front. Okay, so you might even add eyes open and closed as you do these butterfly wings. Just invite the intention of describing what you see, clarity of vision, communication of your vision. Everything begins with a thought, then it's spoken. Okay, the next time your elbows are open, head neutral. Let's go side to side. So inhale, keeping your head pressing back gently, tilt to one side. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, side, exhale, center. Just enjoy the bend, deep bend of your spine. Here it's like your crown is creating this rainbow across the sky as you go side to side. Opening your mind to the full spectrum of life, all of consciousness. Good. Next time you're in center, stay. Fingers stay interlaced, press your palms to the sky. Deep breath in, lift your shoulders up, 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 and squeeze. Hold the breath, squeeze up. Let it go. Good, roll your shoulders, shake your head. Downward facing dog. I like to have music that is chanting when we have a fifth chakra practice. This chanting is such a beautiful fifth chakra practice. I wonder if our Gemini friends are usually good singers or good chanters, or they love that. Maybe if some of you are Gemini, you'll let us know. Yeah, just pedal your feet, open the legs up, get that prana flowing through the legs again. And then start to take baby steps forward, Uttanasana. Your hands to your shins. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow. Bend your knees enough to put your body on your legs. You might have to separate your feet a little bit, that's fine. Make some contact, body and legs. Now clasp your elbows and then swivel side to side. Release your back. Let it swing. Notice where you tend to hold around the neck and shoulders especially. Whole spine specifically. And let it go, surrender. We return to stillness. Hands to your hips. Circle your shoulders back. Deep breathing deeply, slowly rise up. Do the hula. There's a fifth chakra, second chakra connection. Second chakra, we step into the flow. We release rigidity. We can speak. Good, go the other way. It's also the emotional center, so you think of the emotions. When they get stirred up, they rise up, pour through our eyes with the water element. Right? And we can speak what we feel. Take a wide stance. Let's get down to the lower chakras so we're not excessive, but rather have this beautiful communicative flow through your whole body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. 3 more. You take all this energy you've created and felt in the neck and shoulders and press it down through the legs. Good, now stay low, hands to your thighs, swing your tail. All right, loosen up, low back, hips. Good, get a little softy. Good, as above, so below. So you have tight hips, you might also have tight jaw, which kind of clenches on what you might want to say or speak. All right, tuck and tilt. So as you loosen up the hips, tuck with your jaw. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Good. Inhale, reach open. Exhale, warrior 2 on the left. Right away, keep flowing. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, descend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. So, just 2 more. Focus on flowing energy through your whole body. Good, then forearm to your thigh, big circles of your arm and your body. Swoon back and forward. Let your head follow your thumb. Okay, then the arm alongside your ear. Breathe and be still. Touch down to your lunge. Continue your twist as you come in a twisted lunge, nice and deep. And bring your hand to the back of your skull. Move your head into your hands. Twist. Touch down. Walk your body to the middle as you straighten both your legs. Wide forward fold. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow. Bend your knees, slowly roll up. Reach out and up. And warrior two on the right. Nice and low. And then we flow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Right? Let your whole body come into resonance. Everything's moving and flowing together. People with a healthy 5th chakra, they have a natural sense of rhythm. Bring yours to the forefront here. All right, forearm to your thigh, circle around. Just enjoy. Good. Then left arm alongside your ear. Pause. Be still. Arm wheel down to your lunge. Keep your body turning, twisting all the way to a twisted lunge. Top hand, right hand behind your head. Move your head into your hand as you lean back. Push into the feet. And touch down. Walk your body to the middle of 2 straight legs, turned toes in, Prasarita Padottanasana. And this time let's bend and straighten the legs, just kind of oiling the joints, letting the muscles ease into a sense of stretch. That was a nice deep plie. Slowly roll up. Walk your legs together. Take some big marching steps. Lift your knees, swing your arms. Exaggerate. Good. With your feet planted, begin to shake. Good. So we've been moving energy through and shaking and shimmying. This is a way to really release any stagnant energy that can collect and become toxic. Right? With 5th chakra, we purify, we release toxicity. Sometimes all we got to do is shake it out, especially if it's stress. So give me a shimmy. Shimmy your shoulders. Shimmy your chest. Yeah, boogie down, boogie up. Boogie down, boogie up. Yeah, this is the month for you to dance like nobody's watching. Good, then lift a foot, shake it out. Get ridiculous, let your head go. Good, then come back to stillness and notice how you feel. Good. Let's do a little bit of Surya Namaskar A. Standing tall on your mountain in Tadasana. Breathe here as if you're standing in your truth. What would it feel like in your body? Create the posture of standing in your truth. Heart and throat open with honesty. Eyes, clarity of vision that you can communicate. Whole body expressive of your soul. Stand like that for a moment. Feel it. No fear of what is yours to say, and communicate to the world. Good, we go. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your hands, lift your gaze to the coming new moon. Exhaling, humbly fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow. Inhale to plank. Strong and steady through the hands and heart. Exhaling, Chaturanga Dandasana, halfway down. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Slide back with the sides of the throat, then lift your chin, lift your eyes, open throat, deep breath in. Strong exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. In through the nose. Blow out through pursed lips. In through the nose. Out through pursed lips. Hear the breath. Once more. Step or hop, Uttanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Reaching forward, inhale, rise. Exhale, palms together. Deep cleansing breath. Again, stand in the mountain of truth that is yours to express. Feel it in every cell. It's true. It is unique. I'm here to invite you to stay or just go through one more round of Surya Namaskar A as a moving meditation, invoking this beautiful new moon Gemini energy. Put your back into Tadasana. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and lift your sternum. Okay, so there's a lift of the sternum and a tuck of your chin. So this tone actually lengthens and helps stretch the back of the neck. So give yourself this first. Bottom of the heart comes forward. Sternum lifts and then tuck your chin. Strong shoulder blades drawing down your back. Take a deep breath in, lengthening the back of your neck. As you exhale, soften your knees, bow forward, wrists overhead. Use your abdominals to pull you into the deep fold. Keep tucking your chin. Allow the shoulders and arms to stretch. Two more breaths. Lengthen through the crown. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release your hands. Notice how you feel. Good. Now come onto your back, please. So lie on your back, have a block nearby. If you prefer to do this hip opener sequence seated, that's fine. Always come on to your back. And your next exhale, lovingly bring your knees into your chest. There's a little stretch here to the low back. You can even wobble side to side a little bit. And those of you in the Zoom room here live, if the music is too loud or too soft or too anything, please type it in the chat. I'll peek up and check it out. Okay, let's do a little bit of twisting. Again, working with the idea of releasing toxicity. That's what twists are so good for. So with your knees in, you might know what you'd like to release. Maybe any lies that have followed you around, maybe any dishonesties, stories in your history, times when you recognize yourself was using some gossip, right? Put them in your belly. We can wring them out. There's no need to bring them along with you where you're headed. If you don't even know, can't remember what they are, just trust your body does. That intelligence will pool everything you need to purify. On your next inhale, begin the process by taking your knees almost all the way down to one side. Shoulders stay on your mat. Exhale, squeeze around your waist like a dirty dish towel and come back to center. Inhale, roll to the other side. Exhale to center. Keep moving and breathing in a way to kind of just release yourself of the regrets, things you might have shared or said. Give them a place to go so they're no longer residing in you and you can be free. Regret is one of those things that can really build up its own deep level of toxicity, and sometimes just speaking it can purify it. Or you can pour it into your belly here and digest it, release it. And if it needs more unpacking, well, you've got your journal. Another beautiful way to digest. Just roll a couple more times, really squeezing out the last bits of things you don't want to bring with you into this new moon. And then release your feet to your mat and spend a little time here filling with the love of forgiveness for yourself. Let forgiveness replace the regret. Place your right ankle over your left thigh for supine pigeon. So the right knee moves away, draw the left leg in, figure 4. Breathe as you feel your way deep into the hip stretch. This is where we learn to be honest about our emotions. Say what we feel in a way that is honest and true, but not hurtful. So can you feel that sense here in your hip stretch? I find myself rocking side to side, almost like I'm soothing my emotions. You might find the same for you. Just notice your body. A little communication there. Let's change legs. Pause in between, and then reset on the other side. If you're seated, you just take an ankle across your thigh and bow forward. Easy breezy. Okay, I'll remind you of the communication of your jaw, that when you stretch your hips, the jaw might clench down like, what are you doing? I don't want to let that out. Click your tongue. Let your jaw go. Give it a little thank you. You may go. really noticing in my body a sense of freedom as I think about what would it be to be free of all those things I've said or done, regrets, paths not taken that I thought I should or was told to do, right? To be free of those things. Bring the soles of your feet together now, feet apart. With your hands at the tops of your thighs, push your thighs away from your ribs. So you're pressing them down away from your body. And then breathe now into the pelvic bowl. Fill up the area of the pubic bone, sitting bones. Really relax and open at the pelvic floor. And as you exhale, lovingly draw in and up. So the root ball at the base of the spine, as you inhale, softens, opens, allows you to anchor out through your body and into the earth. And as you exhale, you draw that same energy in and up, all the way through the throat and crown. Keep going with this image of inhaling softness, connection to the earth, and exhaling, rising through the crown and connecting to the heavens. These shadows of fifth chakra, shadows of the Gemini energy, they come in the throat and they block us right there. So there's a block of us from connecting heaven and earth, which is what we do as humans. We are that connection. But if we can stymie the energy right there at the throat. Today we release it open. On your next exhale, pelvic floor draws in and up. Bring your knees together to touch and separate your feet, allowing your low back to rest on your mat. Be still. Release your legs straight, or if it's more comfortable, feel free to keep them bent, but come into a position like Shavasana. We'll work with the whiplash protocol, which sounds quite violent. The violence is done. So draw your shoulders down and underneath you. So nice support of your angel wings behind your heart. Back of your skull resting on your mat. Take a deep breath in, softening through your whole body. And as you exhale, relax your bones. Now, imagine that a gentle breeze comes across your right cheek, and it instigates a slow turn of your face to the left. Ever so slowly, you pay attention when your body has a little story that comes up, or a little resistance or tension. Pause, breathe, allow it to subside before you continue your journey as far as your deck will allow you to turn your face. No effort. Tune in, listen, follow. Slowly to the left. Please believe me when I say there is no need to rush. Please do not rush. But if your neck allowed you the freedom to turn all the way to the left already, pause. And then begin the journey back. Again, it's as if a breeze just comes across your cheek. You might not even be turned all the way yet. Do not rush. You'll have time. Same process goes to the right. that side is complete, begin again. Or you might not even be finished with the first side. Just take your time. Make it your own now. Again, no need to rush. But once that feels complete, gently, kindly, make your way back to a seated posture. Bring with you your pen or pencil and paper and journal. Sit tall. Connect your breath and your heart. And ask the question, what is my intention for communication this month? Or this year, or my life? What is my intention for communication? When it feels ready, then you write it in a sentence, in the affirmative, as if it's already happening. Like, I communicate, I speak, I share, I express, and then how you do that. If it came up to you that perhaps there's something that you need to release, you might consider writing about that as well. Things that came up that you're wringing out and purifying. Just write in communication with your soul here. Whenever that feels complete, I invite you to sit in the silence. Stay with your experience of silence. Bring your palms together at your heart. Let's chant one sound of Om. Om is a sound that breaks the silence, that speaks creation into the world. In the beginning was the word or the sound from Brahma that birthed the universe from the soupy sludge of nothingness. The sound that you create with Om is purifying and creative. And so as we do it here, let it be a seal on your intention that it may become who and how you are. Breathe in. The light in me bows to the voice and the light in you. Namaste. For those of you here live, I invite you to stick around and we can share our intentions and workshop them a little bit. If you're watching the recording, go down to the comments. There's a Life Lab video of a pedal meditation. So if there's some things that need to be said, but you're not sure how to say them well, that's a good one for all of us to practice. And I hope that your intentions this month are fruitful and that you walk around in deep honesty, clarity, and loving communication. I will see you next time. Bye for now.